Good evening, everybody! Jason here from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, streaming on Treaty 7 land, home of the Blackfoot Confederacy, the Tsuu Nation, and the Stoney Nakoda Nation, along with the Métis Nation of Alberta Region 3. Welcome back to Raid the Arcade, New Game Plus. This is a stream for Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. Do you want to play games and heal kids? Go to www.extra-life.org. There you can sign up for free and start collecting pledges from your friends, family, and co-workers. They'll go towards your local children's hospital, and then you get to play games for 24 hours. Game day this year is November 2nd, but fundraising goes all year round. X-Life started over 15 years ago and has since raised over $130 million for children's hospitals across Canada and US, and over $11 million was raised in 2023 alone, all raised by gamers just like you. I'm playing games to help raise money and awareness for the Alberta Children's Hospital here in Calgary that helps over 100,000 sick and injured children each year. I'm part of X-Life for 12 years now, and it's a great way to have a lot of fun by doing a lot of good. And you can donate links below or my pinned posts on Twitter, Facebook, and Mastodon. In 2023, over $183,000 was raised for the Alberta Children's Hospital through Extra Life. It was all done by gamers across Alberta and all over the world. You can also join in the fun and help out because kids can't wait. And now, by giving back, you can game on. If you are one of the first 1,000 X-Life Platinum participants to raise $2,000 US in 2024, you will unlock your very own custom X-Life controller for the console of your choice, courtesy of our friends over at Controller Chaos. These controllers will go fast, so get your fundraising going now. So if you'd like to learn more about X-Life, the custom controllers, or if you'd like to sign up yourself, go to www.extra-life.org. Okay, well, once again, everybody, welcome back to tonight's installment of Raid the Arcade New Game Plus. So for the next hour, I'm going to be continuing my playthrough of Final Fantasy XVI. So let's just dive right on in. Okay, so let's see. Let's bring up the active time lore and let's just see what else is going on here. Okay, looks like... Sorry about that. Okay, looks like there's now some lore for... Valisthea itself. Valisthea, a realm comprising the twin continents of Storm and Ash, over which the Mother Crystals stand timeless vigil. Timeless it is until Sid and his disciples commence their campaign to bring each one crashing down, spreading chaos and confusion to every corner of the land. When ill-omened clouds summoned by Ultima gathered over Valisthea, the delicate balance governing the magic-yielding power of Ether was finally shattered, and the realm was changed forever. Okay, so let's see. So what is the thing I have to do right now? Yeah, a horde of Akashic beasts have descended upon Martha's Rest, and all Martha's hired steel could do to stand against the tide. Climb a Jill enlist to join those fighting at the Fallen Gate before the hill is overrun. Make for Rhiannon's ride. Okay, so let's check out the local map. Gotta go over there. Okay. Okay, let's make a break for it.
Mad dogs, the lot of them.
Hang on, noble citizens, help is on the way.
Fiends try to climb the walls here, too. Founder knows where they're gonna show their ugly faces next.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Harper and the others won't be ready.
Yeah, let's just take care of them all. It's what I do. Oh, here comes more. Oh man, even the chocobos have gone a K-shake? That's just wrong, dude.
Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round to wait. Shall we? Nice try.
Well, let's bring on the pain!
Nice try.
Yeah, don't you come back to my town.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Oh, got a new item. Guardian's Scarf, a symbol of trust, loyalty, and undying friendship. For as long as the flame birds in our hearts, the duchy cannot die. Displayed in my chambers. Oh.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him.
Yes, so wait. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I'm a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are... I mean to say that, they're...
It's all right. We know what you mean.
Dig yourself out of that hole, dude.
A boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way. I will not let you down, Lord Rossfield. You or my uncle.
We shall be staying here for the time being, and not just for the ale. I'll have one of my men escort Oscar to Benamir once he's said his farewells.
Okay, now let's go to Dalamil and aid in its dilemma. Let's see, so let's go to the... Yeah, so let's go to the world map. Let's see now. Where do I have to go next? Ah, yep, that's right. Yes, that's right. I remember now. I need to... And I think that this is the... Okay, I guess I don't have to go to the hideaway first to pick up the quest.
Cid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalamil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. Now, I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Cid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
They're both as stubborn as the lover's pox, and every bit as irritating. The more one insists on their proposed plan of action, the more the other rails against it. Oh, they've successfully split the town asunder just when we should be standing as one.
Yeah, that's good, doggy. Okay, so it's 10:15 here in Calgary. So you're watching me play. So you're watching me play Final Fantasy XVI as part of Raid the Arcade New Game Plus. This is a stream for Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. Do you want to play games and heal kids? Go to www.extra-life.org.
Poor bastard. Couldn't run because of the weight of his load. Still,
Better a branded than one of us.
And there's still intolerant jerks in the world.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Okay, I guess now we've got an idea as to what's going on, so let's talk to Lubor again.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along.
What he means to say is yes.
Okay, I've got a feeling I'm about to play the role of the menacing bandit.
Picture it, Conrad. Your own city guard. With you as captain.
Me? I don't know about that.
Find more supplies. We might as well scatter seeds near a rat's nest. They're the problem, and only steel will solve it.
Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canberra to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad?
Don't overact, Jill.
Dalamel's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
Next thing you know, Natalie'd be offering the bandits bed and board.
Okay, now let's talk to the next one.
If you're wondering why Dalimil's in such a sorry state, you can blame the bandits. Them and the mercenaries who are guarding the gates. Though I can hardly fault them for running. Fighting would have meant death. Did for more than a few.
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something, and we may yet be allowed to keep it.
Yes, but...
All this after the last sellswords we paid for proved themselves such reliable souls. You'd have us throw good gill after bad.
Never poke a hornet's nest, they say. Conrad's going to get us all killed.
Oh, we've got somebody in chat. Delonius 1. Oh, hi there. Yeah, long time no see.
Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Okay, so now let's
It
now
appears
let's
I
head
have
back.
no choice but to do what little I can to defend what little we have. But I would not see any unnecessary blood spilt. We need a plan.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Okay, so now we have to talk to Victor in order to get in order to move along the quest. But this actually looks like this is actually a good time for a station break since it's coming up to 10:30 here in Calgary. So, you're watching me play Final Fantasy XVI as part of Raid the Arcade, New Game Plus. This is a stream for Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. Do you want to play games and heal kids? Go to www.extra-life.org. There you can sign up for free and start collecting pledges from your friends, family, and co-workers. They'll all go towards your local children's hospital, and then you get to play games for 24 hours. Game day this year is November 2nd, but fundraising goes all year round. X-Life started over 15 years ago and has since raised over $130 million for children's hospitals across Canada and the US, and over $11 million was raised in 2023 alone, all raised by gamers just like you. Unclaimed Games help raise money and awareness for the Alberta Children's Hospital here in Calgary that helps over 100,000 sick and injured children each year. I'm a part of Extra Life for 12 years now. It's a great way to have a lot of fun by doing a lot of good. And you can donate in the links below or on my pinned posts on Twitter, Facebook, and Mastodon. In 2023, over $183,000 was raised for the Alberta Children's Hospital through Extra Life. It was all done by gamers across Alberta and all over the world. You can also join in the fun and help out because kids can't wait. And now by giving back, you can game on. If you're one of the first 1,000 X-Life Platinum participants to raise $2,000 US in 2024, you will unlock your very own custom X-Life controller for the console of your choice, courtesy of our friends at Controller Chaos. These controllers will go fast, so get your fundraising going now. So if you'd like to learn more about Extra Life, the custom controllers, or if you'd like to sign up yourself, go to www.extra-life.org. Or, once again, if you'd like to help me in my fundraising to help the kids at the Alberta Children's Hospital, I just dropped my link in Twitch chat. Every dollar helps, every share helps. Okay, so now let's get right back into the action, and maybe we're going to fight those bandits in Final Fantasy XVI. But first, this word from Extra Life Canada.
Why I Extra Life? I Extra Life to make a difference. Through Extra Life, we're able to bring in thousands upon thousands of dollars for our hospital foundation. When we raise money for the kids, like our champion kid Nico, we're able to make a difference in their lives by being able to have a facility where they're able to get the treatment they need in our own province.
You sign up online, you pick the hospital you're going to support, raise money for family, friends, neighbors, coworkers, etc., and then play games.
You can go to extra-life.org for all the information you need to sign up and start doing Extra Life yourself.
It's just fun to do it. You can build such a community with friends. Like some of my lifelong friends I've met through Extra Life United and stuff like that. Whether you do a big production or a small little game night at your house, there's so many options and so many ways to do it that it's accessible to everyone.
It's a great community. Everyone's in it for the same reason. They're all playing in support of kids' health or playing games for kids that may not be able to.
Doesn't matter if you fundraise $10, $100, or $1,000. Every dollar really does help.
You don't have to be the most hardcore of gamers to get involved. If playing games is something you enjoy doing, and it's something that you're already doing, Extra Life is the way to take it, embrace that fun, and do something more than what you could do yourself. Be proactive, jump at it through Facebook, through extra-life.org. Reach out to your local hospital, they'll know more. Hop onto the Extra Life Discord, find local gamers. If your hospital doesn't have a guild, get out there, form one, and just keep going.
And we're back with Final Fantasy XVI right here on Raid the Arcade, New Game Plus.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalimil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
Okay, next stage. Protect the North Gate from the bandits. Okay, let's go waste some bozos.
The women folk have come to bunker us.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours, Jill. Oh, yeah, that's right. Gotta get rid of the small fry, the magic users first. Oh, the Sultan. Okay, this guy looks like a big deal. But still, let's get rid of some of the... Let's get rid of some of the hired goons first. Okay, I think this guy means business. Okay, staggered. Let her rip. Okay, he's on the ropes! Yeah, you mess with the bull, you get the horns.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology.
Oh, and here I was expecting a stare-off.
The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalimil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Alright, quest complete.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Yeah, quality of life improvement. Fast travel, gotta love it.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Talia says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
And there's the ticking clock.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua.
Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
Okay, oh, some new side quests. Okay, so it's 10:47 here in Calgary, so you're watching me play Final Fantasy XVI as part of Raid the Arcade New Game Plus. This is a stream for Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. Do you want to play games that heal kids? Go to www.extra-life.org.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
You know how I feel about this, but your brother's stubbornness knows no bounds. I'm starting to think it runs in the family.
Let's see, what does the party make up here? Let's... Oh, there's a new place to go to. Let's see. Oh, now 4 members in the party. Clive, Turgal, Jill, and Joshua. Okay.
Taya's right. Your brother is in no condition to travel. That's all I'll say on the matter. It's Mid, Gav, and your uncle we should be thinking about now.
Don't think I've ever take a look here. Oh, History of Valstesian Jurisprudence, the Continental Accord. Okay, the signing of the Continental Accord marks the beginning of modern era of Valsthea. While the realm had once been riven by hatred and mistrust, the Accord built bridges affecting many of the area of realm-wide cooperation that persists to this day. The shared currency, shared calendar, and common sense of bearer ownership chief among its epoch-making achievements. Alas, in the years since the Accord signing, many of these old rifts have reopened. It is for us to follow in the steps of our forebears and wholeheartedly endeavor to usher in a new age of peace and unity. Yeah, good luck with that.
What will it be today?
It is not merely the men and women of Valsthea who have been affected by the imbalance in the ether. These blackened skies have cast a pall over all the creatures of the realm.
And how could it not?
They are living beings just as we are. Alas, their instinct drives them to flee from that which cannot be escaped, ushering them to only madness and death.
But are we any better?
We consider ourselves above such base instincts. And yet fear and bewilderment drive us to make war on our fellow man, to turn our ire at our own suffering upon those who suffer just as keenly as we do. If that is what it means to be human, Clive, I wonder if we are even worth saving at all. I hear you, sister.
I cannot claim
To have been shocked to learn of Twinside's destruction. Indeed, I have long known that such a fate was all but guaranteed. A piece of parchment was all that ever stood between the Dominion and chaos, and those who signed the treaty were only going to abide by it for as long as it suited them. Emperor Sylvester's invasion saw it torn to shreds at last, and as the pieces scattered to the winds, long festering enmities came to the fore once more.
such are the wages.
Of greed and distrust. If those in power pay heed to the whispers, they are like to grow into a mighty storm, one which the walls of even the stoutest citadel might not withstand.
Ironic, then.
That it should be Prince Dion, the boldest, most trustworthy player in this ignoble game, who should deal the finishing blow. Okay, let's view the state of the realm.
Allow me to educate you. One must understand one's place in the world.
Yes, troubling Canver. The imbalance in the ether that accompanied the turning of the skies results in ether floods breaking out across Valisthea. Many towns and villages find themselves under attack from hordes of Akashic, not least the capital of the free cities of Canver, where a veritable army of mindless knights has stormed the city grass.
Thus ends today's lesson.
Yeah, but we've got side quests first.
Do you like being struck by thunderbolts from on high? Then don't let anything happen to Mid. Yeah?
Oh, new hunt boards. Yes, I really got to get cracking on these. Including this one, known only as The Pack. A team of curse breakers traveling through Tabor to the fields of Korava were met by a group of hunters from the village who warned them not to stray too far from the main road, for in a gully not far hence racked a pack of wolves that even such praise hunters as they dare would not to wake. Too many of their friends it seemed to temptation sort of limb from limb. Okay. Yeah, you know, I think I'm going to dedicate one night these streams to actually cleaning up all these items here on the hunt board. I'm going to look up game facts, see where they all are, and then take them all out, one by one. But in the meantime, side quests.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Blasted book!
Can you blame them?
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, all right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
I've never been one to play favorites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one? Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates. Perhaps he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
Okay, let's see what's new here on the Orchestrion. Yeah, I know I picked up a whole bunch lately. Let's see. Yeah, I did. Yeah, considering that all these considering that all these rolls are so freaking expensive. I doubt I'll be able to finish them all. I just hope that there's not a PlayStation achievement, rather a trophy to get them all. Let's see what else is new. Oh, here at the stone as well. Let's see what's new in here. Okay, it looks like there's nothing new here in arcade mode. Looks like nothing new in stage replay as well. Nothing there and under the locked feature, yes, still. Oh, wait. Oh, yes, that's right. Joshua now has appearance modifications. Let's see. Oh, looks like he was included in the DLC as well. Yeah, that's right. That's right. The appearance DLC that was announced last year at PAX West at the Final Fantasy XVI panel. It was included with the patch that actually went live shortly afterwards. Okay, so let's keep it with your standard duds for now.
There's a storm coming, Sid. Will there be thunder?
Norseman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sandbrequois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
I'll save you a whole bowl, buddy.
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid's scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them, as always.
Okay, it's coming up to 11 o'clock, so that's almost time to wrap things up for the evening. Let's see. Let's just grab some more of these side quests, and then let's log off for the
My
night.
biggest worry is that the children have somehow damaged the scales, but are wary of asking for help because they think they'll be punished. And if I find out that's the case, I swear I'll take the switch to every last one of them.
Well, remind me to stay on your good side.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Aye, all their fancy silks stained red.
Okay, let's see what's new here. Doing the missives. Humble request. Master Clive, I apologize for the sudden and untoward gesture. Circumstances have forced me to seek immediate aid, and there is none other to whom I may turn. Your most esteemed Lord Uncle has presented me with a task most vexing, and I fear I am wholly unable to perform to his vaulted expectations, namely due to a marked lack of martial aptitude on my part. To wit, I'm but a manservant, not a mercenary. While I maintain the fitness ample to attend to the needs of a manor, to the attending of bandits and back alleys, I am sorely ill-equipped. If it please you, my lord, prithee come and see me at Martha's Rest, for I shall proceed to explain my predicament in full. Signed, Sebastian Rutherford, Seneschal to Lord Byron Rossfield.
Rutherford? Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
And what has my crazy uncle got into this time? Yeah, there's the oath. That's my guardian's scarf. Yeah, with this tippet dyed red for the flames of the Firebird and the blood of his fallen Rosarian brothers, does Sir Wade pledge not only his loyalty, but the loyalty of the Guardians of the Flame. Oh, hey there, Goots.
What am I gonna do?
I reckon these skies are enough to give everyone the collywobbles, but I'm not going to sit around hanging my head and twiddling my thumbs. Didn't have that back in Twinside when you're busy fighting that horrible dragon and that even horribler one.
But no more.
From now on, I'm going to do what you lot do and properly pull my finger out, no matter how much my knees are knocking. Can't have down in Blackboard, I'm thinking I'm a great big wet blanket now, can I? So don't you worry about me. You just stick to what you do best. Saving the world.
Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
It's all right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like. Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallimil Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
Okay, any more things here to pick up? Okay. Yeah, looks like on balance. Okay, looks like all you have to do now is just speak to those kids and keep the side quests going. Okay, but in any case, yeah, it's now 11:05 here in Calgary, so it's now time to wrap things up for the evening. So, you've been watching me play Final Fantasy XVI as part of Raid the Arcade New Game Plus. This was a stream for Extra Life, the 24-hour gaming marathon that's part of the Children's Miracle Network. Do you want to play games and heal kids? Go to www.extra-life.org. There you can sign up for free and start collecting pledges from your friends, family, and co-workers. They'll all go towards your local children's hospital, and then you get to play games for 24 hours. Game day this year is November 2nd, but fundraising goes all year round. Extra Life started over 15 years ago and has since raised over $130 million for children's hospitals across Canada and the US, and over $11 million was raised in 2023 alone, all raised by gamers just like you. I'm playing games to help raise money and awareness for the Alberta Children's Hospital here in Calgary that helps over 100,000 sick and injured children each year. I've been part of Extra Life for 12 years now, and it's a great way to have a lot of fun by doing a lot of good. And you can donate the links below or my pinned posts on Twitter, Facebook, and Mastodon. In 2023, over $183,000 was raised for the Alberta Children's Hospital through Extra Life. It was all done by gamers across Alberta and all over the world. You can also join in the fun and help out because kids can't wait. And now, by giving back, you can game on. If you are one of the first 1,000 Extra Life Platinum participants to raise $2,000 US in 2024, you will unlock your very own custom Extra Life controller for the console of your choice, courtesy of our friends over at Controller Chaos. These controllers will go fast, so get your fundraising going now. So if you'd like to learn more about Extra Life, the custom controllers, or if you'd like to sign up yourself, go to www.extra-life.org. Or once again, if you'd like to help me and my fundraising to help the kids at the Alberta Children's Hospital, I just dropped a link in Twitch chat. Every dollar helps, every share helps. So thanks again for tuning in and watching my playthrough of Final Fantasy XVI, right here on Raid the Arcade, New Game Plus. I'll be back Monday night at 10 p.m. Mountain Time. Thank you again so much for tuning in, and as always, kids can't wait. Good night, everybody.